So in the end, Aberdeen become the first team in the Scottish Cup final. We will find out tomorrow who will be joining them between Celtic and St Johnstone. I think we all know that it's more than likely to be Celtic, but Aberdeen didn't put in the greatest of performances, it has to be said. An own goal against a Hearts side that are lacking in confidence, not to mention the fact that it took them until they were playing against 9 men to actually score. They only threatened the goal a couple of times against 10 men as well. Which, if I was an Aberdeen fan, I would be a little bit worried about, given the fact that that's 2 games in a row they've played against depleted sides and struggled against both in the end. Of course, the Rangers game was probably worse because they were 2-0 up against 10 men and then drew that game 2-2. But at the end of the day, in the Cup game, it doesn't matter how you perform, really, as long as you get the job done. And Aberdeen have got the job done and are into the Scottish Cup final, where, of course, like I said, they'll either play Celtic or St Johnstone. But in terms of the game itself, Hearts were definitely the brighter team to start with, creating a lot of chances going forward. Aberdeen, lots and lots of misplaced passes from all of their players, to be fair. But they do end up getting the breakthrough from a corner. Leighton Clarkson with a really good delivery in, and Papi Gay got the header on it, hit the bar, and then unfortunately for Craig Gordon, it bounced off the back of him and into the back of the net. And from there, Aberdeen actually started to come into the game a little bit, to be fair to them. But a few minutes later, a ball into the box, missed everybody, and landed at the chest of Lawrence Shankland, who connects with it well. It goes through Meetoff's legs, and that's 1-1. Lawrence Shankland's 5th goal of the season, making it 1-1 in the game. And at that point, you thought this one's going to be pretty tight going into it. We'll see who ends up getting the better of it, or if it ends up going to penalties. A few minutes later, Kiskinen gets a touch on the ball. He's heading towards goal, and Steinwender takes him out, and it's a pretty clear red card. I don't think there'll be many complaints about that. There may be some arguments that Forrester might have been covering for him, but I think Kiskinen is going to end up 1v1 with Craig Gordon here. It's a silly tackle to put in from Steinwender, to be fair, because someone might get back in. You never know. As much as Kiskinen's a good player, he is known for taking some heavy touches at times, so there's no guarantee that he was going to score here. And then the second half, I mean, a bit of a non-event, to be honest with you. The second half, Hearts sat in to frustrate. They did create a couple of chances, though, even with 10 men, but Hearts did their job in the end and took it to extra time. Unfortunately for them, in extra time, it didn't really go their way from the get-go. Aberdeen did improve in extra time, forced a really good save from Craig Gordon in the first half of extra time. And then, of course, in the second half of extra time, Cammy Devlin, it's a bit of a lethargic effort to try and clear it, and he's really late, and he gets a second yellow card for it. I don't actually remember what his first booking was for, but he gets a second yellow card for the incident, taking Hearts down to 9 men, and it didn't take long afterwards for Aberdeen to take the lead. Initially, it was a good reaction save from Craig Gordon. Unfortunately for him, he palmed it right to the feet of the man on the screen, Daba, who puts it into the back of the net. He got a couple of goals in the last round as well, and he sends Aberdeen into the Scottish Cup final. After Aberdeen took the lead in the game, there was a quick check for offside. Well, I say quick check, it probably took longer than it needed to because it was clear from the replay that he was onside. And afterwards, Aberdeen just saw out the remainder of the 4 or 5 minutes that was left, passing it round the team, not making the same mistake that they made against Rangers last weekend and allowing them back into the game at the end. They made their men advantage count, and they see themselves into the Scottish Cup final. In terms of Hearts now, even though mathematically they're not safe from relegation, you would think that the results wouldn't pan out, that they would finish in 11th or 12th place. So that kind of is that for their season. They mentioned it on commentary as well, that was the case. Aberdeen, of course, not only have they got a cup to play for in a few weeks' time in a cup final, but they still have third place to play for as well. to not rely on having to win the cup to get themselves that guaranteed European football. They have a massive game next weekend against Hibs. With that being the case, if they pick up anything less than a win in that game, you would assume that third place is out of their reach. Even if they did win the game, third place is still not guaranteed because of the fact that they would only be drawn level with Hibs, with that being the case, I believe. So that's going to do it for that reaction of the match anyway. It wasn't the greatest spectacle in the world, but you know, two teams relatively evenly matched in terms of squads, I would say, and the desire to get into the cup final to try and get themselves that guaranteed European place. A little bit cagey at times. Hearts going down to 10 men probably didn't help the game flow as easily as it could have as well. Could have been end to end if each team had 11 men on the park, but it is what it is. I will be doing a match reaction for the Celtic game tomorrow as well, the Celtic St Johnstone game that is, and I'll also of course be giving my reaction for night 1 of WrestleMania, which kicks off tonight. Thank you very much to all the new subscribers. A quick thank you for surpassing 200 subscribers actually. If you are new around here, please like and subscribe. I only passed 100 subscribers a couple of days ago as well, so that's brilliant from you guys. Thanks very much and subscribe for more.